Hey there, if you're tired of knee pain getting in your way, you have absolutely come to the right place. Today, we're going to walk through a simple but really powerful exercise plan to help you take back control and start moving pain-free.
So let me ask you, does this sound familiar? That little ache when you get up from a chair, or that stiffness you feel going up and down the stairs? If you're nodding along, yeah, you are definitely not alone.
You know, it's so easy to just chalk this up to, well, I'm just getting older. Something we have to put up with. But what if that's not the real story? What if we've been looking at this whole thing the wrong way?
For the longest time, the story we were told about knee pain, especially from osteoarthritis, was all about wear and tear. And honestly, that idea kind of leaves you feeling hopeless, right? Like your knees are just doomed to fail.
But this is where the story completely flips on its head. The old way of thinking was, your knees are like car tires, they just wear out over time. But the new science is so much more empowering. It says your knees are more like a living plant, or a garden, a living system that you can actually nurture and strengthen. Now that is a game changer.
So if your knees are a garden, what's the water, the sunlight, the fertilizer? It's movement. Exercise isn't just a way to cope with pain, it's the main way you actively rebuild and support your knees.
Let's break down how this works. First, when you strengthen the muscles around your knee, it's like adding sturdy stakes to support that plant. It takes the pressure off the joint. Second, improving flexibility is like tilling the soil, keeping everything loose and healthy. And third, increasing blood flow? Well, that's like delivering all the water and vital nutrients right to the roots to help it heal and grow stronger.
Okay, I know what you're probably thinking right now, and it's a completely fair question. Is it really safe to exercise a joint that already hurts?
Well, the answer might actually surprise you. Yes, it is. In fact, brand new clinical guidelines from 2024 say that feeling some discomfort when you exercise is not only normal, it's literally part of the process of getting stronger. Pain doesn't always equal harm.
It all boils down to this fantastic little saying, motion is lotion. Every time you move your knee, you're helping to lubricate the joint and keep it working smoothly.
And of course, there's the flip side to that coin. Rest is rust. When we stop moving out of fear, we're basically inviting stiffness and more pain to move in. So, with that in mind, let's get into the specifics.
All right, you ready? Let's dive into the practical toolkit. We've got 5 essential exercises that are going to be your foundation for building stronger, happier knees.
First up, we're going to target the quads, that big muscle right on the front of your thigh. Why start here? Because strong quads are like the body's natural shock absorbers for your knee. In fact, a 2021 study showed that just strengthening this muscle can bring significant pain relief in as little as 6 weeks.
Okay, here's what you're going to do. Sit on a bed or the floor with your legs out straight. Pop a rolled-up towel under one knee. Now, just gently press the back of your knee down into that towel. You should feel your quad muscle tighten up. Hold that for about 10 seconds and then slowly relax, nice and controlled. Let's aim for 10 of those on each leg.
And hey, here's a great pro tip. If you're dealing with more significant pain, no problem. Just use a bigger, fluffier towel. It makes the exercise a bit gentler, but still really effective. Okay, so we've worked the front of the leg. Now let's give some love to the back. The glute bridge is an amazing exercise for your hamstrings and your glutes, which are basically the powerhouses that stabilize and support your knee from behind.
For this one, you'll lie on your back with your knees bent and feet flat on the floor. Then, just press through your heels to lift your hips up toward the ceiling. Give your glutes a good squeeze at the top, and then lower back down nice and slow. Really focus on that control. Let's shoot for 2 sets of 10 reps.
All right, so we've covered the front and the back of the leg. Now let's focus right on the knee joint itself. This next one is fantastic for building strength right where you need it, in a way that really supports the joint.
This one's super simple. Just lean your back against a wall and walk your feet out a couple of feet. Then, slowly slide your back down the wall, but only as far as you feel comfortable. That's the key. You are in complete control of the difficulty. Hold that low spot for 10 seconds, then slide back up. 5 reps is a great place to start.
Okay, we've done some awesome work on strength. Now it's time to get that lotion flowing, right? This next movement is all about improving flexibility and lubricating that knee joint.
This one is perfect to do before you even get out of bed in the morning. Just lie on your back, gently pull one knee in towards you, and then slowly straighten it out. We're not holding it, just moving through the motion, 10 to 15 times. This simple movement helps circulate your body's natural joint lubricant, making it a fantastic way to beat that morning stiffness.
And that brings us to the fifth and final piece of the puzzle: aerobic activity. This is about more than just your heart. Getting that blood pumping is absolutely essential for delivering oxygen and nutrients to your knees to help them heal.
And listen, this part is so important. You have to pick something you actually enjoy doing, whether that's walking, biking, swimming, dancing, whatever it is, because the best exercise in the world is the one you'll actually stick with.
Okay, so we've got all the individual pieces. Now let's put them all together into a simple plan that you can actually use starting this week.
The magic number we're aiming for is 150 minutes of aerobic exercise a week. Now, before that sounds like a lot, just think of it this way. That's just 30 minutes, 5 times a week. Totally doable, right?
So here's what your week could look like. For your strength exercises, those first 3 we did, aim for 2 or 3 times a week. The flexibility movement, try to do that daily, especially in the morning. And then your aerobic activity, try to get that in 3 to 5 times a week. So let's go back to that core idea. Your knees are not a machine that's destined to wear out. They are a garden, just waiting for the right care to flourish. So the only real question is, how are you going to nurture your garden this week?